We'll start with an opening statement from Coach. We'll do questions for our student athletes. We'll dismiss them, and then we'll go questions for Coach. All right, opening statement, Coach.
Just really proud of our start. I know we've talked a lot, you guys, and know you've watched us a lot about, some of our rougher starts, and we knew that we had to come out and really make that first punch and kind of take it to them from the start. And I just could not be more proud of that, to hold them to 10 points and beat them 20-10 in the first. I just thought that set the tone for the entire game. We got up, and then we're very resilient and able to withstand all of their runs. They're a really, really good team, so we knew that they were going to make some runs. But I was really proud of our poise, and whenever we needed a play, needed to get a bucket, needed to stop, we stepped up when we were able to do that. So I thought that you saw the experience really come through in our main guys, and just a great team win against a really, really good Florida State team.
Questions for our student athletes? Raise your hand and we'll get you a
Kendall, you talked about last week starting off strong. Talked about last season, you started pretty slow in a lot of games. You guys definitely started strong. What did that look like?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just, I think Coach said this was like our best prep week that we've had in a really long time, and I think, everyone was really, really locked in. Everybody knew everything, we were focused, and the starters, we had a meeting earlier this week and just kind of talked about like what we needed to do, because in the end it's on us. I mean, we're the ones that go out there and start the game, and essentially when the hole's dug, it's because we dug it ourselves. And so we just kind of like got ourselves together and talked about what we needed to do, held each other accountable those 2 days of prep, and I think it paid off.
It's for both of you, if I could. Kendall, start with you. Like, you guys really knew you had expectations coming into this. Like, what does it mean for you to kick it off this way with a ranked win at home?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's huge. Starting off with the ranked win is a great way to start our last season, I think, and just to start the season off, get our names out there. I mean, I think they really thought they were going to come in and just roll right over us. Not anymore. No one's going to come in and just roll over us. So I think just, how we played today and sustained all the way through, I mean, it's great.
Yeah, I would say our prep played a huge role. Like, we were locked in at practice, and we know we had to come in and do, and like Kiwi said, it's our last year, and we want to make it the best year and continue the legacy that we want to have for this program.
Dale, just what can, when you're making stops on the defensive end, do for you offensively, and how did that kind of feed both ways for you tonight?
Yeah, I love defense, and it definitely fuels my offense. Today wasn't my best day. I could have did a lot better with keeping the ball in front and just staying solid. But I know, like, when I have a lot of energy on defense, it helps the team. And if we can get stops and that helps us win the game, that's all I want to do.
Dell, for you, just what in your offseason allowed you to kind of be more under control in some of those drives to the basket and accept contact and kind of get a couple of those and ones tonight?
Yeah, I'll just thank my teammates and coaches, just them always putting confidence in me and just actually just working on doing layups and being aggressive in practice, so it just all paid off.
Kendall, did you know how close you were to the 1,000 rebounds tonight?
I did not. That was a nice surprise. I knew I got like career ones at the beginning of the WBIT last year, but I really had no idea I was that close to getting it at Illinois. So coming off the court to hearing that is pretty cool. I was pretty excited.
For either of you, Coach Green, talk about your experience coming through and some of those moments when they made runs. Like, can you describe to me that feeling to kind of understand that might happen and how you turn the page and bounce back?
Yeah, I think we all talked about it. I mean, they're number 19 in the country for a reason. They're a good team, but so are we. We're a good team. But I think we just handled it better than we did last year. Like, we know they're going to go on runs. We know our defense is going to have a breakdown here or there. And, I think we did a really good job today of, pushing past it. I thought Dow did a great job of just, next play, Jazz, Dow, Gretsch, whoever was on, some of those quicker guards. I thought they did a great job of, they got scored on. It's all right, next play, I'm going to go down and score. And Dow had multiple and-ones, multiple drives. And so I was really proud of, all of them today just for their mindset and their mentality with that.
The way we ended the season last year, I think that definitely we're just carrying momentum, right? We're not focused about the beginning of the season last year. We're focused on the end, and we just want to build off that, and I feel like that definitely helped us a lot. And like Coach keeps saying, just our starts and just focusing on that.
For both players, just for for being here as long as you have and seeing where this program's come from, what can nights like this do for you guys, just to, you know, to see the progress that you've been able to make to have a night like this as a team?
Gratitude. Just so grateful for being here, and we have the right people here and a good environment and resources, and when you just see everything paying off, you just have a lot of gratitude. When you play with gratitude, you get good results.
Yeah, I think, you know, looking back from where, you know, when Dal and I came in together, where the program started to where it is now, I think it's absolutely insane. And, you know, I'm really proud of everyone who's believed in this program, came in and put the work in. You know, we have put a ton of work into everything, and the coaches have come in and changed our system. Like, they got us to buy in and we bought into it. So I'm just like really proud of everybody across the board. Like, it's so cool to, you know, be part of the foundation that turned Illinois around.
We've heard over the off season a lot about Bren and getting back. Like, what did she bring? She had 10 boards and 2 or 3 blocks. Like, what did she bring to you guys tonight?
She brings so much to us. You know, I feel like a lot of people, like I said on the radio, like, they overlook her as just like, oh, like, you know, don't worry. But she spaces the floor for us. She crashes. She's physical. She can guard guards. She can guard the post. You know, and I thought this was more of a game for me to focus on actually boxing out and not actually getting the rebounds. So I was so happy when I would see her flying in and like grabbing those, and she, you know, getting those loose balls down, Gretchen, Bryn. But she just brings this like kind of quiet presence to the court, and like, we know you can count on her to do what her role is, to do what she needs to do. And, you know, I'm really proud of her today.
KB, I don't know if you saw the tweet this morning from your mom, but I was curious if if you could give us a hint on what the summary was on the conversation with Dad before game 1.
Yeah, you know, he's a coach, and he never stops being a coach. But, you know, we both have like a love for basketball. Like, when I go home over Christmas break, we usually go to like a high school game, like just a random high school game from the community, just watch basketball. So I always ask him, I'm like, what's your take? What do you think? What do you see? And God love him, he goes all in, like with these guys. He'll send like paragraphs. It helps. I mean, I love it. He'll send like, you know, clips, and he'll watch stuff. So, you know, it's just a cool relationship I have with him over basketball. I mean, he helped me get to where I am today. I mean, I didn't have any of like the trainers. I didn't do any of like the, you know, I played AAU and worked out with my dad. And so I credit him to where I am today, because he got me here. So I always like to kind of hear his input before games.
Adalia, you were tasked with matching up against Latin, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on just what that means to you to be tasked with a responsibility like that.
Yeah, I always want to guard the best player. She's a really good player, and just it helps me build confidence with my defense too. Oh, excuse me. But I love just taking on that responsibility. Again, like me playing defense and being locked in on like the best player, like that helps our team win, and I'm willing to do that.
Kendall, I think they went on, I think it was a 9-0 run there in the third quarter. What kind of kept that from snowballing and keeping it from being a big turning point in the game?
I think we just calmed ourselves down and like got back to what the game plan was. I think, you know, we got a little frazzled for a little bit, some defensive breakdowns, but, you know, I thought Jenna McIver did a really good job of just kind of getting us into offense, slowing some things down, like seeing the court, all that stuff. So I really think it was just kind of our poise to kind of like be like, hey, like it's 9-0 run, like they're coming back, just slow it down, do what we do. I think we got sped up a little bit. You know, they're a very fast-paced team, so, you know, they want you to get caught kind of in that chaos and, like, just roll with it. But I think we did a good job of kind of stopping it, stepping back, and getting back to what we had been doing.
Adalia, can you take us into, like, the day or two before, for you personally, when you have a matchup like you did tonight, or even thinking back to, like, Villanova in the championship game, like, what do you look for? How do you approach, like, kind of learning everything about them?
Yeah, looking at scouts, like literally studying scout, also watching film, looking at the little things that they do. It really just takes a lot of just time and focus. And again, I love guarding really good players because you just can't come do whatever you want to do, right? So it just takes a lot of focus and time just to see like what they like to do, what's their strengths and weaknesses, and our coaches prepare us really well.
What if you kind of just reference just being locked in this week in practice? What did that kind of look like, and, you know, how much confidence did you have just from that, you know, week leading into this game and what it could do for you tonight?
I think a lot of it is like our responses. Like we talk about that a lot. You know, sometimes like when we make mistakes, we get caught up in kind of the cycle of like, oh, I made a mistake, and then you stand on offense, and then like you're not playing defense the next time down. So, you know, as a group, we had talked about like holding each other more accountable with our responses and having fun. Like that was a big thing. Like I feel like, you know, with it being our last year, with this being a ranked team for the first game, you get so caught up in like, I can't make a mistake. This girl's good. She's gonna score. But it's like they're gonna score. Like, you know, they're really good players. And so just kind of having that sense of like, okay, like I still have to have fun though. I'm still out here getting to play the game I love. And so we kind of talked about that all week. And I think that just kind of helped us over the last couple of days.
Yeah, and the unity that we have, like KB's saying, like we're reassuring each other, like you're good, like you gotta guard a good player, but you're a good defender, you know, and just having that next play mentality. KB is always on me, like, down, pick your head up, let it go, and I appreciate her for that. But the unity that we have is just amazing, and I'm just thankful for that.
For both of you, how did the roar of that crowd stack up for either of you in your time here?
I was literally full of smiles on the inside. I'm like, yes, come on, y'all, get louder, get louder. But the fans, like, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. When y'all are there being loud, it means so much, right? You have the whole city right behind you while you're playing one of the best teams. Like, that's the environment we want to play in, and we just hope that y'all keep coming.
Everybody good with our student athletes?
Yeah.
Thank you.